world of YouTube, True Crime Table site and everything else. I've noticed my watch views have been plummeting. Man, that sucks. But, as much as videos I've been trying to get out, I've been bouncing between new phones, trying to get my other phone up to date with everything, and also trying to get some things done. And soon to be, hopefully, shooting out some leather work. Anybody who's interested. I have finished a couple things, well, one thing that I like to show what I have been doing. Now, of course, I showed this rocker set that I made for someone, but they didn't give me the go on it, so I haven't started that yet. Other than that, this is, I had to take this off my other phone, because I do not have the DO recorder on my new phone yet. But this is my vest, and this is now the front. And of course, if you watch my other videos, you would see the Native American head on it with terrible sight rocker, 2 of them. And on the front, I forgot I had this patch. 2 weeks ago, I was rummaging through my stuff and finally came across it. Like I said, forgot all about my eagle patch. So when I found it, I knew what I needed to do. But of course, as you can see at top, I was missing something. So this was a test run. I mean, I still have it on the vest, but I wanted to see how it looked. Right now, it's not too great. Somehow I didn't put enough paint on this because I wanted to, see what it looked like and so forth. I am going to touch it up for now, but putting the rivets in the patches or the rockers there, smaller ones, is not a goal. I mean, it kind of looks alright, but in other ways, you can't see it too well. They almost fell off the side because of the length of the rocker. Now, like I said, I'm test trying some stuff. Hell, I'm even trying to come up with an idea to fit something on my hat here. Of course, my hat's missing something, but that I think is going to require thinner leather, which I have been to the Tandy leather store that my father, mind you, has been going to since his mid-20s. Probably the only leather store he ever worked out of or bought from. And just recently I inherited his account, so I'm definitely going to make sure I put that to use. Because I do love my leather work, just like he did. I just didn't get too much involved in it. Because back then, when I did try doing my experiments, I got chewed out from my father, mind you, for using his stuff. And, bear with me. Hey, alright, oh, shut up. Huh? Yeah. Every time I take something out of his stuff, I get yelled at. So I mean that, I'll tell you right now, was his pride and joy. Took a lot of seriousness in that. He learned a lot of stuff, and I'm hoping to, continue his legacy of good work and craftsmanship. But the reason when I did get yelled at, and so thinking, Jesus Christ, man, how am I ever gonna learn to do anything if I can't use this stuff? Or I probably would have put in later on, or paid him back, but it just got to the point where, right, I just stopped doing it. That's what I yelled at. But past is the past. And mind you, I got a hold of his leather chest. Also, mind you, that not a lot of his stuff's in there. So I am having to replace some stuff. And I'm really pissed because I know for a fact who took that stuff. And I'm not too friggin' happy, but I'm gonna look at the good side of things and just, look what I can do. And just look at it that way. This is a patch I made. It's not on yet. I just put it on just to show you what it would look like. And this patch is actually the name of the great Chief Metacom, the first Indian War. This patch it don't look like it now, but it looks like a friggin' boomerang. But I'm satisfied with it, and when I get the chance, I'm gonna stitch it on. But the only thing stopping me is I'm gonna maybe do it another way and see how that comes out too. For the simple fact that this lettering I used to make this one is wooden letters from Walmart. So like I said, I'm doing a various numbers of ideas. And don't get me wrong, I wish I had a clearer picture. Better yet. Check it out in person. Nope, that ain't it. That's the wrong one, dummy. Sorry, I ain't got that patch on me. It ain't on. I forgot I took it off. I was going to show you my native one. But this one, like I said, it's the various of ideas. And I did purchase letter stamps, which are a bit smaller than this. They would kind of be the size of these. But, like I said, I'm also got ideas for buying lettering, which they do have a Tandy leather for bigger letters. Or, I do happen to draw letters myself, which, as you can see, my terrible sight, I drew that. So, but I'm trying to get the best way to keep the paint on, to keep, everything looking good. And so far, I'm not too far off from being perfect. It's not perfect, but it just had a buddy of mine look at my videos of patches or the rockers I did a terrible sight, and he just noticed the one flaw that I did, of course, was the R, the 2 R's, mind you. And yeah. And anyways, why is this place still open? Packed. What the hell? But this is what I've been doing. And actually, I do got the lettering that I bought. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is something I made for my wife. is now complete. Of course, as you can see, got somewhat of a heart. Love you. Her name. And right, you gotta figure out what I'm gonna put on this. Or put it on. But I mean, this is something, like I said, this is a thick piece of leather. So I mean, when I do other artwork, it's gonna be on a thinner piece. But like I said, I'm just doing experiments now with what I have. I mean, stuff like this. I mean, this is like maybe, I want to say 4 inches wide, maybe 3.5 inches tall or whatnot, to give you somewhat of a range of how big this is. But this is like stuff if I were to make, say so, I was thinking about trying to make like them fanny packs or a phone case. You know, something, hell, to hold your phone, but get good looking lettering, good looking color, paint. Now the only thing I think that kind of messed up on here is the flowers I did. Them were supposed to be roses with leaves, which that stamp I bought yesterday kind of is not. No, I gotta, like I said, I gotta experiment this stuff. Damn it, I forgot to paint the middle of the O 2 times. But this is just to give an idea. Like I said, this is all in the making, all in the process. And shoot, I forgot 3 things on that piece. Whatever. But I mean, don't get me wrong, things like this would definitely get done professionally. Prices vary. One thing I gotta do is work on a price. Because I mean, these are gonna be handcrafted. They do have other lettering than this. Tiny letters, if you want, you know, something more on your thing said. Or, you know, various things. But like these, I'm even thinking, hell, I'll make some moccasins and slippers. Stuff like that. They got patterns at Tanny Leather for everything. Figure I get the tools, I'm gonna do it. But something that's right. A craft you gotta be very talented at. And I don't got all my father's talents, but ooh, hawk. But yeah, I got some, and I just want to make something that makes people happy. Hell, make glass cases for glasses, you know, stuff like that, custom made. I don't know, it's gonna be a long process though, I know. Not everybody's gonna jump the gun to this kind of stuff, but hey, you never know, I'm throwing it out there. Something I am confident that I can do, and just want to let anybody know you want to comment, see if I can make something. Hell, I might even try making one of these hats. Gatsby hat. I know I got a lot of stuff that you can stitch. I'm looking into getting one of them stitching machines, but right now I'm just doing the small stuff till I can build up to do bigger stuff. Hell, I even want to make vests, and they got a book there right on the front shelf of the front counter, vest patterns. So never know, folks. You never know. But the rockers, I know I'm definitely wanting to do. Hell, even one of these can be a rocker for a vest. Put that on, just like I have on mine with the eagle. I mean, that's what I've been doing lately, trying to get things done and also practice on this. I tell you, man, my mind had a meltdown past month at least, because I'm trying to get everything, I had to slow down. One of them is trying to get a bunch of cases up I found. Something came up a while back. I don't know what it is, man, but I've been kind of looking into, I'm not looking into, but drawn to 1922. And I did come up with a bunch of names from 1922. And there came up a case that I was supposed to go over, but just been putting it off a bit. But it came up again and I forgot all about it. That happened in 1922, but something about that number has been drawing me. I'm gonna find out, because I got a list of names, mind you. I screenshot the other night. And it's like stuff I never heard about. Even the case I'm gonna be working on. That popped up about a year or two ago, but it is weird. And it's just like the Villisca axe murderer who lived up in the people's attic. I think that happened in 1920. When did that happen? I gotta look that up. I don't know if that's a copycat killer or what, but someone lived up in the attic, feet going in the house, never came out. Family slaughtered. So, got a lot of stuff. I'm trying to come up with the other case I was working on with the Melbourne woman, Australia. And I gotta look up her name again, but I went and looked up on something else, mind you. I put in journalists killed in Australia. What was it, 2006, I think I put in? And a journalist from Australia came up. But it was friggin' 1973. So I'm about to wonder if maybe could I make Australia maybe have a journalist serial killer? I don't know. Or something that just got repeated. Something very interesting, though. So, yep, let me looking that back up again and getting back on track with that. But I tell you, and I'll assure you, and the person that's been asking me about it, I'll tell you one thing. Like I said, I forgot her name, but I'll look up on my video and find it. Her case, mind you, and what is very strange, there is not any article different than the other. It's like there was nothing more than what is put on the internet right now. that has any new evidence. It's just the same story. But yet you have multiple stories in the Delphi case, the Maura Murray case, the recent one from, there's multiple things on them cases. And this one is just flat, blunt, nothing. Just the same scenario. So far out of all the articles I have read, it's all the same thing. Nothing's changed. So to me that sounds bizarre. Because unless someone has, boy, my phone shut off. No! I was gonna say, if someone does know something about anything on that case, there's not too much on it. Not too much. There's just not too much on it. But anyways, let me know if anybody's interested. Yay or nay on Rockers. If you're interested, let me know. If not, no big deals, no hard feelings. But that's what I'm doing now, too. Got a lot of things I'm doing, and I'm trying to keep my head in the middle of the circle. Be safe, take care, beware. Always believe. Out.